Hey, we've got plenty of museums here in our area that cover a variety of interesting fields. Now, who could ever forget trips to the Montshire in Norwich as a kid? I know I'll never forget them. Well, last week we looked at the Indian Museum over in Warner, the Mount Kearsarge Indian Museum, that is. But today we'll look at the Little Nature Museum, which has been around for over 60 years. Now, it was started as a hobby inspired by the Boston Museum of Science. Located in several places, the founder and director, Sandra Martin, hopes that their latest location next to the Indian Museum in Warner will be their final one. We asked her to tell YCN why it's so unique.
What's unusual about this museum, it is very hands-on, and there are not many museums where that is possible. We have activities in here for children as well as adults, and we have a new use for the Medicine Woods Nature Trail, which is behind us, where a family or a school group can use a Mystery Woods nature pack to develop environmental skills, even as a young person. This is for preschool through grade 3. There's a bat activity over here, which you look at a question, decide whether it's true or false, and you open the bat's wings, and the answer is there with an explanation. We have various rocks and minerals every year, which allows people to try to identify them. All of the answers are available to find, but without the use of a computer. A very old-fashioned way of educating. I think another unusual thing that we have here is a collection of fluorescent minerals. Some of them are displayed with a long-wave light, but we also, with appropriate glasses on our visitors, can do a demonstration of the shortwave light. And that's really spectacular for a lot of our visitors. And there aren't many places in New Hampshire where you can see this. We have collections of various kinds of things, such as collection of mammals, collection of birds, a huge seashell collection, which may seem unusual since we have such a small seacoast. Most of these are not from the area. In fact, most of the collections in here are probably not from New Hampshire, but from places around the world where our visitors have collected things. We also have a collection of fossils, which is rather unusual since really good fossils are not found in this state at all. Some of these fossils are hands-on. We have an exhibit of plant galls. I don't know that I've ever seen one in the state. Collection of cones, fungi, lichens, with explanations of what these things are, and in many cases, why do we need to know about them. But we also have an exhibit on invasive species, both plants and some of the insect invasive species. And I try to keep these exhibits up to date so that we know what is being done in New Hampshire as far as control methods. We have a collection of insects, and we have a section which is primarily for children with a lot of hands-on activities. One of my favorites is the sand collection, where there are 4 samples of sand, and with nothing more than double-stick tape, a child can make a simple collection of 4 types of sand to take home, and it allows us to see the size of the grains, possibly even the minerals, and talk about why are some grains larger than others in some types of sand, and in some cases, even on the same beach. There are areas where there are large grains, and then on another end, there are small grains. And I always try to pose that as a question so it gets people thinking. Our website is a great place to find all kinds of information about the museum, including our events that we're hosting, and also it has a little bit about the history of the museum, our types of collections, and information about bringing a group here should someone want to do that.